I think the fundamental aspect of why we are living a life is to enjoy every moment. Sometimes in this busy life, we completely forget all these things. So we wanted this environment to be a kind of a place where one comes, slows down, reflects about what he is doing, and I believe that will add more deeper meaning to life, like the silence between the notes in a melody. This particular project is inside is very eco-sensitive community in Yercaud, and it's called Wild Orchard. So if you look at the site area, it was almost more than 10,000 square feet. As a community rule, like we can't build beyond a particular square feet, so we try to keep the footprint as low as 2,400 square feet. And he has strategically picked a property which is looking at these beautiful valleys. The first thought which came to us was, I think we have to retain the charm of this place. We want to do something which doesn't disturb the tree, but we want to work around this particular context. So we wanted to build the experience when the client enters or steps into the property. So we wanted to create this connect of one climbing into or getting into a forest through the ups and downs and through the textures, through the landscapes. So we tried to work it out in two different blocks, and the two different blocks are separated with a kind of a white space. This white space forms the entry to the house. And we made it very immersive by creating a kind of glass in the floor, so that the moment one steps into the property, he'll see the stream which is like running below over them. If you look at it, this complete L will have a kind of a deck which is running throughout the L. So private spaces are positioned in two extreme ends of the L, and the public spaces are in the middle. So our idea is that we wanted to create this idea of deck so that each space opens out into this communal space. This deck completely blurs the boundary between the indoor and the outdoor. So this deck not only serves the purpose of creating a view towards the valley, but also in terms of the people interacting within themselves around the space will have a greater impact, I believe. So in terms of the bedroom designs, we try to keep the footprint very compact. There is no TVs, no TV walls, no recreation thing. So the only thing we have is a kind of a very beautiful frame opening. The moment they wake up in the morning, they're going to see the beauties in the framing or in the composition of the nature. So we kept it that way. In terms of use of materials, we try to stick with very simple materials like leather kota, because when we walk along these natural elements, we wanted the same feel to be extended inside the house as well. And we used materials like oxides and then random rubbles, which are like extensively available. So in the cladding was all these rocks, whatever you see, is sourced from the areas around the building. These bay windows have been given. So one is to make it as a kind of an extended open space. So when you open it out, it blurs the boundary between the green space and the build space. On the right hand side is a L-shaped block which starts with the living and it opens out into a dining and it turns into the kitchen. So it's a kind of a L open space. We wanted to create a kind of a open planning so that it creates a lot of interaction between the different zones. And for the master bedroom, like the client was very particular that he wanted this view, so we created a kind of a 180-degree glass box, so we cantilever the structure so that we don't have any columns in the corner. Creates a kind of a 180-degree view. So when he gets up, like he will be like into the natural landscape, I think. So that was one of the very particular thing we did in the bedroom. So I think everyone has a different approach towards what they do. And also, of course, embracing nature is a kind of a beautiful thing. So today we can buy any kind of expensive materials, but a well-grown tree, we have to wait. So time is the value over there. If we embrace it, I think it will create a kind of very good balance between the build form and also the people who live in them. I got very much inspired with architect B.V. Doshi, who emphasized on how we should celebrate life. We wanted to create an impact through a very humble architecture so that it respects the nature and then it merges along with it. So we don't want our building to stand out. It has to go along with the context of the site. Overall, we try to build on this idea of slow living, and that is also a philosophy which we follow, where we try to bring in a pause to what we do so it gives it deeper meaning. It will give deeper meaning to the people who live in this building and make life very meaningful and purposeful.